Okay, so we're gonna go and we're gonna talk to this new guy. Let's see. I think this is new. I don't think we've talked to this guy before. Let's find out. Ah, no, there's a new one, Cassidy. All right.
I've met a lot of people like you on this road.
Is Cassidy a beatnik? Is this our Kerouac?
There's something you want from it, isn't there? A desire that scratches and scrapes away at the sides of your body. Does being out here feed that part of you?
Hey, Brochin.
It's that way for me, living in a state of motion, resting nowhere, returning to no one. I've been a wandering ghost for a while now, and I'll be that way for some time to come. But that's a fate I should have known I was in for. I'm a poet, after all.
There we go.
Sometimes I want to hear a sadness that resonates with my own. Do you know any stories like that?
Oh, I got lots of sad stories, buddy. I got lots of sad stories. How about a man who swam into the ocean to escape his troubles?
That one was like getting locked out in the cold with nothing but your sorrow. I liked it. I know sadness. These days, the melancholy just settles over me like a heavy bay fog. It makes its residence with me, and I accommodate it.
I bet you the bay he's talking about is the San Francisco, like, the Bay Area bay.
I start to think, well, the world isn't made for being happy in, not for someone like me. My old friends have their happiness. Jess and Deborah, Pauline, Silas too, maybe. And good for them. It'd be wrong to begrudge someone their happiness, wouldn't it? No matter how jealous you are. Sometimes I want to hear a sadness that resonates with my own.
Another sad story, huh? All right. Oh, where's that one about the... Yeah, soldier who came home and his girl was getting married.
The tragedy in that story, it's real. Have you ever tried writing poetry?
No.
The space you give to love is the same space you open yourself up for potential harm. That's an old truism, and I'd read all about that kind of thing from an early age. So, it's not like it should have been a surprise to me. Still, I wasn't prepared for how much it all going sideways hurt me as much as it did.
Thanks, Eric. Welcome back.
The way I felt about Silas wasn't like anything I could remember feeling before.
Is this guy... Do you want me to tell you about this very special lighthouse? Because I know about a lighthouse you might enjoy.
The whiplash from that is why I'm out here by myself now. Sometimes I want to hear a sadness that resonates with my own.
Guy's
Do you know any story?
having a rough one. All right, let's find another sad story. Let's tell him about Mason. Mason's story is the saddest one.
The tragedy in that story, it's real. Change. I've seen a lot of change. Everything, everyone I thought I had is gone. Our friend Pauline, she had a big house and a husband who often wasn't around, so naturally, that's where we went for readings. We were wild, radiant, sweaty, alive. All kinds of people came, and all of them were poets. All of them with such beautiful souls. Each with so many things to say and the true heart to share them. It's hard to believe that's all gone now. Sometimes I want to hear a sadness that resonates with my own. Do you know any stories like that?
That's all he wants. He just wants all my sad stories. Okay. Good. I mean, I'm glad to find somebody who likes all the stories that I have, because that's what I got, is sad ones. Also, hey, here was the mischievous ghost one. That's good. All right, I'll remember that next time someone wants a funny one. Let's see. What's another good sad one I can tell? Oh, the 60 unidentified corpses.
That one was like getting locked out in the cold with nothing. The past haunts me. Every day I think about how things used to be. There was a time when it felt like Silas and I were inseparable. My poems, his books. We were part of each other's ideas. Now, I don't know how to describe how much I've missed that voice. His voice. Imagine that. A poet at a loss for words. The one thing I thought I could do. Just gone. Do you know any stories that will make me laugh? A tall order, I know.
Yeah. You want to know a story about when I got fucked over by some ghosts? That's pretty funny.
Oh, I like that one. Very, very clever.
Very clever.
Bondage. Yes, I've been feeling trapped lately. Oftentimes, I'll notice my brain getting stuck in a rut. I'll think, I tried to defy what's normal. So, it makes sense I'd be punished for it. I've been punished by others plenty, but I also punish myself.
That sounds like bondage to me.
The more I wander, the better. I can concern myself with food and a place to sleep. Less time to get trapped stewing on the past. Less time to think about what went wrong, how doomed things are. I miss the old group. I really do. I still have that image in my head. Pauline's house, the poets, Jess, me. But on top of them all, there's Silas.
Well, Silas was the top, I understand. Rabbit, welcome back.
In my memory, he looms. He haunts. You ever meet someone so far above everyone else? It's like they were from a different plane altogether. That was him. A divine presence among normal human beings.
I'm
was
really
part
interested
of
in
the
learning
group,
more of this guy's story.
but at the same time, he wasn't. He was better than any of us. Wiser, gentler, stronger. We all held him in respect. We were in awe of his power as a writer, in reverence for the beauty of his soul. I still love him. Look, I'm headed out this way. If you find yourself out there, maybe we'll meet again.
We will. There you go, the beat poet. All right, that's Cassidy. So he's right there on Route 32. So we're gonna go south, all this way down, and then we'll probably hook back up and meet him when we come up through Iowa and do Minnesota. Hey, Sentient Dance, thank you. Now, which way were we headed? We were taking the... We're gonna take the... we're going up still, right? God, I'm all turned around. Let me zoom out. So we're here. We came down from Chicago. Yeah, we're going down Route 66 now. And heading for Arkansas. Okay. All right. So we're going to go down Route 66, which is that one. Now, I guess we could hitchhike, but... It's a harpsichord? Yeah, we'll head down here. Yeah, the worry that I have about hitching a ride is that I'm injured, so I don't want to, like, get hurt again, because then I have to go back to see Sting. And that'll be Chapter 2 for Sting, or Chapter 3, I guess. I think the skeleton is a metaphor. I don't think I'm literally a skeleton. Though Sting did say he was taking away our flesh, or whatever, right? Oh, look, it's the old Mississippi. Can I walk across? I can't walk across these bridges. I have to, No, I have to take the little ferry here. Okay. St. Louis. St. Louis. St. Louis. A quarter of the folks in the state are jobless, they say, and St. Louis is home to America's largest Hooverville. There you find homes, churches, and food shelters built out of loose boards and metal scraps. A Hooverville is a shanty town built during the Great Depression by the homeless in the United States of America. They were named after Herbert Hoover, who was president of the United States during the onset of the Depression and widely blamed for it. Let's try to earn some money, I guess. I'm on a panhandle in this town. It's going to be crowded, but... You set yourself up under a statue of a man on a horse and lay your hat out on the ground. A few minutes later, you notice a very small child eyeing you from across the plaza. I'm going to stay still. His eyes remain glued on you with an expression you can't read. A few minutes later, you see him walk over to a bench and whisper something in his mother's ear. The child takes something from her and crosses the plaza. He drops some coins in your hat and gives you a solemn nod. God bless you, he whispers. Fuck. That kid gave me some money. I'm gonna use that money to buy a coney dog. The charity of little babies.
It's nearly Christmas. Many are drinking liberally. A man staggers up from a downstairs bar and falls over the top step. Help me! You can barely hear his voice over the traffic. For God's sake, help! People tut at the man's drunken state. A woman tosses a coin at him without even looking. The drunk clasps at his gut and looks straight at you. Help me. Please. He lifts his hand from his stomach. His palm is red with blood.
Help staunch the bleeding.
You press a cloth on the wound, and he hisses with agony. Another man strides up the stairs, laughing. He looks at the bleeding man, sweeps his Stetson off in a theatrical bow, then turns to you. You best mind your own.
I'm gonna stay. No, I'm gonna leave. I can stay or leave. I mean, this guy's dying.
He steps forward, smiling toothily. He twitches his jacket up and rests his hand just above a pistol. Good evening to you. Tipping his Stetson in a gesture of farewell, he walks fast, but not fearfully, and does not look back. The bleeding man collapses into a fetal position. His clothes are saturated, and a bloody puddle has formed around him. There's nothing you could have done to save him. You could speak to the police, but you didn't see the killing blow.
You know who's in the police? Sting. All right, man left to die in the streets of St. Louis. The mean streets of Saint Louis. All right, well, let's go down the 66 maybe, or should we take the 50? Oh, we got to take the 50 because we got to go through Mississippi to get to. Okay, so we're gonna follow the river down into Arkansas. Where's Highway 50? Cause this is what it's like going on a road trip with me. Which highway are we doing? Which one was that again? Shit. It's the most directly south one. Which is, oh god, it's this way. Yeah, into the south. Back into the south we go. Now we've been to Georgia, but we haven't. Yeah, we're leaving the Midwest and heading back into the south. So the music will change. We'll get a new version as we leave Missouri. Sorry, I gotta pronounce it correctly. We haven't been in Memphis because we haven't really been to Tennessee yet, so we'll just follow the 50 down into Arkansas a little bit. And then we'll cross the Mississippi into Memphis.
Well, I'm gonna scroll my name on the bare bones of the earth. I'm gonna dig my heels into the ground. 'Cause when that
You walk along the tracks for an hour, toward the smell of the coal baking in the sun. The train is idling at the station, sputtering, exhausted. A child paces up and down the line of black carriages, clutching a bundle of rags to her chest. She cranes her neck, figuring the height of the cars.
Hello.
You scared her half to death. She stares, absolutely petrified as you approach. "It was an accident," she whispers.
What was an accident?
All you can see in the heap of blankets she carries in her arms is the infant's tiny leg, pale and blue.
Yikes.
You glance up, and the sky is suddenly filled with monarchs. Billions of them rising out of the fields and streaming across the road.
Elizabeth and George and Victoria and Edward.
They fly past for hours. Random southbound flight at first, then patterns, kaleidoscoping, spiraling in a tower from your eyes straight into space. Then, abruptly, you wake. The butterflies are all gone, except for the dead ones scattered in the grass around you.
All right, let me see if I wonder if I can change out some of my stories. Cuz I mean beautiful butterflies. Okay, this one's full. This one I have a few more, but none of these are like maxed out yet. This is the star. These are meant to be stories of hope, I guess, but the guitar player believed in Georgia. That's like a hope story. Mysterious woman who wanted to go to church near Tallahassee. Yeah, I haven't maxed those ones out yet, so I don't know. I feel like I gotta hold on to the stories that I have that aren't full. Like, I don't think I have any equipped right now. Oh, no, here we go. Future Boston, that one. Let's swap that one out. So the Tent City. Here we go. Casey Jones is maxed out now, but I don't have anything to switch it with. So I need more 3 of Staves. I need another 3 of Staves story. The Seagull Spirits are maxed out, so I can replace them with the Murdering Twins. And then we got okay, nothing else maxed out. We gotta learn some we gotta find some story advancement, but let's take a look at Memphis. Well, Memphis is better off than other cities in the state, but life here is still hard. Folks keep jumping into the brown murk of the Mississippi off the Harahan Bridge, and the Ford factory's been closed for months.
Peabody Hotel. The words adorn the exterior wall, each letter the size of a window. The lobby is upholstered
I love old
furniture and
hotels.
gold chandeliers. But such luxury is a mere accessory to the centerpiece. A travertine marble fountain in which 5 ducks swim. A handsome bunch of feathered fellows, all having a nice time in the water. A bellman in a blue cotton uniform, black cane cupped in his hands, takes notice of your interest in the waterfowl. Would you happen to be here to witness the duck march?
Actually, I was looking for a wizard that might be able to polymorph someone for me. I figured a bunch of ducks might end up pointing me in the right direction.
A wide smile crosses the bellman's face. Oh, a newcomer. Well, this is a little ceremony I introduced. Every day I march these babies into the elevator all the way to the roof. Then I march them back down to this fountain.
Well, shucks, are these eating ducks? No. I mean, that's a funny, this is the funny response, but.
The bellman gestures toward the closest duck. You notice now,
Trick.
the ducks have had their flight feathers trimmed, though their beauty remains intact. Now, don't look so concerned. I spoil them rotten. The feathers will grow back.
So Duck walks into a hardware store. Duck walks into a hardware store. Says to the guy at the hardware store desk, "Hey, you got any grapes?" Guy at the hardware store says, "No, this is a hardware store. Get out of here, Duck." Duck leaves. Next day, Duck comes into the hardware store, walks up to the desk, says to the guy, "Hey, you got any grapes?" Hardware store guy says, "No, Duck, I told you yesterday. This is a hardware store. Get the fuck out of here." So the Duck leaves. Next day, same time, Duck walks into a hardware store. And the guy's like, "Oh, here we go." Duck walks up and says, and before he even gets to start, before the Duck even gets a single word out of his mouth, the guy at the desk says, "Hey, I swear to God, if you ask me if I got any grapes, I'm going to nail your feet to the floor." Duck says, "Got any nails?" Hardware store guy says, "Wait, well, no. No, we don't." Duck says, "Got any grapes?" Fuck this stupid joke. It's terrible. It's terrible. It's a terrible joke. It's not even a joke. It's just a build up, and then it's just silly. It's a silly joke. Let's carry on with the game. And it's a hardware store, so you'd think. All right, it's time for the Duck March.
The bellman taps his cane on the marble. Right away, the ducks honk up a frenzy and hop out of the fountain. They beat the water out of their wings and waddle toward the elevator, guided by the bellman's cane. Magnificent. What sweet, gentle creatures.
All right, we don't need to. I guess we can try to earn money. Yeah, variations of the joke. It's a lemonade stand. If you say it's a general store, yep, that makes sense. Yep. For some reason, I always heard it as a hardware store. Yeah, that's the one I always heard. Because the guy that works the hardware store is supposed to look around and be like, "Wait, no, we don't have any nails. I'm all out." And then the duck is like, "Haha, gotcha. Got any grapes?" All right, sweet and gentle ducks of Memphis. Let's carry on down. Head south down that long road. We're going south, right? I don't want to go into Arkansas. I want to go into Mississippi. Arkansas is there. Okay, yeah, we're going into Mississippi. We're going the right way. Yeah, the Mighty Ducks, they moved to Memphis. This is a good song. I didn't want to interrupt the song with the whistling. There's like a whistling minigame, but the speed that it increases doesn't actually help that much. Ooh, Jackson. Ooh, I'm getting sleepy. We're gonna have to find a camp soon, I think. Hey, look, an upgrade of the tail. Let's see how one of our stories changed. These fellows are lounging in front of a half-finished office building, taking their lunch break. Oh, this is the one about Rick. Yeah. "Hey," one calls, waving you down. "Rick was telling us this story. Listen, okay, and tell us if it's bullshit or not." Rick, a credulous-seeming fellow, starts telling a story. The man who ate only molasses. You realize the story of the man who made molasses, but changed in a few major ways. So it's definitely part bullshit, but also a little real. Is bullshit. Half the group groans. The man who weighs down claps you on the back and shares a bottle of pop with you. I swear, it's true. It happened, Rick protests. Yeah, Rick. You believe everything you hear. Now, it's Arkansas. Arkansas is the state you're referring to. That's the one that's over there, Arkansas. But isn't there also an Arkansas?
There are
Not a
people
state, but a
shouting,
like a town or
laughing
something?
inside this restaurant, and a man sitting alone on the porch like a statue. When you sit beside him, he gives you a weak grin. Look at us. Tired? I get so tired. Can't even celebrate a job done. WPA, planting trees. He tells you about the hours he spends digging holes in the sun. Collapse has been hard on folks, but I didn't have a job before all this. Now I'm doing good. Kind of glad things went to shit. He hesitates. Is that wrong, do you think?
Not at all.
His head sinks onto his chest.
But did I just get wounded?
Never sure, though, he says. Never completely sure. Then he glances up, forces a smile. In awkward apology, he makes you a gift of half his sandwich. Jesus, I'm really pulling down the mood, he stammers.
Oh no, that would have healed a wound, right? Because he would have offered me a sandwich, because food heals you.
You give the seated man a cursory nod as you pass, which he mistakes for interest.
Wondering where you've seen me before?
He beams.
How about on the roundabout roads and twisting trails of America the Beautiful? Yes, I'm Walking Willis.
America.
It's Walking Willis.
Okay, Walking Willis. You're not as good as Wesley Willis.
Funny, most folks know old Walking Willis. I've been walking across this great country back and forth for years now. You see, I ain't got a home. Walking's all I do. I'm always walking.
Yeah, but not right now. You're sitting. You're sitting Sally.
Well, no. Right now, I'm just resting a minute. Resting my dogs. Ain't Walking Willis allowed to rest his dogs for a minute?
No.
He looks at you carefully. For a moment, the leathery flesh of his face darkens, and you see in his eyes the flames of pure hatred.
Damn.
Then he beams at you again.
Well, you got me there.
He gets to his feet.
Walking Willis best be on his walking way.
And off he goes.
Rock and roll McDonald's. Rock and roll McDonald's. Okay, we've run out of road. The highway ends in Jackson. Oh no, I see. We gotta go off into Mississippi. Yeah, there we go. That's the highway we want to follow, so.
I'm gonna dig my heels into the ground. 'Cause when that ferryman comes for to tally up my worth, I won't leave much to find that can be found.
Heading for Nolans. That's another American city I would love to visit. See, so you move more quickly when you whistle when you're walking, but I can't really tell like that much of a difference. It doesn't seem to go. Okay. Here we go.
I'm gonna keep lacerates tucked in my soul. 'Cause when my
Bonjour, Nolans. The French Quarter is overwhelming. You loiter in the shadow of a building that looks like a layer cake and watch the crowds go by.
Lenny's Antiques has a heady smell. Polish, maybe, or incense. Sunlight doesn't penetrate the blacked-out windows. The place is crammed with furniture and curios. The woman behind the counter beckons you over.
I know the look of you. I know what you're here for.
Bourbon!
She sets a tray on the counter. On it sits a hodgepodge of stitched leather pouches of various shapes and sizes. Some have neck or wrist straps looped through them. She waves a hand across the display.
Good luck charms.
How much?
I don't want your money. You got something better.
She licks her lips, holds out a flat palm. Her knife is fast. She slices a thin line across your palm, then snatches your hand and squeezes. She catches the welling blood in a murky glass vial. Your vision flickers, and as you blink, the place lightens. Sunlight streams through the windows. You are alone.
Damn.
As you reach the door, a man calls after you.
Is this yours?
His name badge reads Lenny. He's holding up a leather pouch by its strap. You take it and hurry out of the shop.
Let's get the fuck up out of here. Yeah, woman selling gris-gris in New Orleans. All right, I'm gonna leave. I guess I could buy something if I have money. Can I buy an ice cream float? Yeah, vanilla and root beer. Ice cream's richer than you expected. Feels extravagant. Because I was tired, so that'll keep me going. Keep me going. Ooh, going over to Mobile. Mobile, Alabama. I know it's in the wrong direction, but we haven't been to Mobile yet, I don't think. So I could go up to... I could go there, we'll go to Mobile, and then we can talk to this hombre before heading back through Louisiana and up. Or I guess I could go up to Tennessee, but I don't want to go through all this stuff again. Yeah, there's just so much America to cover. Okay, so we're going to go over to Mobile. We'll hook back up and then head into Texas. Yeah. It's Mobile. All right. Mobile, Alabama. Not mobile, not mobile. Mobile. Got it. Thanks, y'all. Damn Yankees. I'm like a super Yankee. I'm from Canada, dog. I'm north as it gets. I'm sorry, it's pronounced Nouveau Orleans. Excusez-moi.
Lost in your own head, you almost walk straight into this woman in your path. Her expression is imperious. She clasps a large toddler in her arms. Look at that baby's
angry face.
He's the one who speaks first.
This is a toll road, stranger.
This is our town scrub.
Voice thuggish beyond his years.
30 cents. Look at me.
The toddler orders.
Look at me. You're dealing with me.
What the fuck?
The woman, through her silence, suggests assent.
Do not walk away.
The child shouts right in your ear as you force your way past. You turn to give the pair a withering look over your shoulder.
What's
Just
happening?
As you turn back, the mother throws her son at you. He looks real mad.
She throws her son at you.
The child tackles you by the neck and takes you down. He pummels you right in the face for a good long while before you wriggle away. It hurts more than you'd be comfortable to admit.
The serious delivery of this is what makes it so good. Oh my god, I just got beat up. Someone threw a baby at me. Oh fuck. Goddamn Mobile, you're fucked up.
This office is trashed. There's papers scattered in the street, glass missing from the windows, and 6 men in paint-smeared clothes tracking mud all over the floor. One calls out, "Hey, you looking for Baker?"
I'm not.
Well, let us know if you see him. He says he's too broke to pay us for the last job, so we're too tired to leave his office.
The thought strikes him, and he holds up $1.
You got time to get us lunch?
Sure.
Halfway to the sandwich shop, 2 cops stop you. They fish the dollar out of your pocket, plus a little extra.
We're doing you a favor.
One
Is
laughs.
that so?
Keep out of this. Those wise asses don't need lunch. We got guys coming to pick them up.
The shady painters who asked for a favor. Man, I don't like this town. I'm going back to Mississippi where shit wasn't so fucked up and weird.
Well, I'm gonna scroll my name on the bare bones of the earth. I'm gonna
All right, so we're gonna go. We'll go down along the coast.
Cause when that ferryman comes for to tally up my worth, I won't leave much to find that can be found.
I guess we could probably try to hitchhike. If we're gonna be walking along the road anyway.
Well, I'm gonna head
I went to Alabama. Oh yeah, how was that? Some woman threw her baby at me.
back.
Oh, that's spun around there.
Keep lacerates tucked in my soul.
Hi, pick me up. Yeah.
When my coals burn low and my trains run out
Beep,
of
beep.
track, won't be no one else to dig my hole.
Yeah, then some cops robbed me. What's that? Ooh, we could search that house. Let me out. Let me out.
I got no companion.
Or not. Okay. When you can't just stop and let me out in the swamp.
And when I
Fine. What's up, Texas?
cold and empty, they're the ones who
Kidnapped. Well, I'm not going back. I'm not gonna cross the border back into Louisiana. Let's just carry on to Texas. Heading into the Southwest. We haven't been in this area yet.
I'm gonna cast my stones o'er the waters of this land, and by I'll see them far and long.
Ooh, spicy. Huge storm. Father gasped, pointed at the cloud horizon. We gotta get the produce indoors before the field washes out. Can you help? You and his family stripped the fields of vegetables. When the rain hits, you're all safe inside. You got some coins in your pocket. Yes. Tejas. Oh, this is so good. These fellas are lounging on the... Oh, this is Rick again. God damn it, Rick, you're full of shit. All right, Rick tells you a story about a newspaper that found the positive side of the dust storms. That's the positive guy. It is bullshit, Rick. All right, let's learn some new stories.
Slowly, he turns. His eyes don't quite make it to yours. His whole body keels back over the wooden railing where he perched and down into the dusty road outside the saloon. Now you see the gunshot and the trail of fresh blood that leads back inside. Kneeling by his side, you offer platitudes you know are no good. His hand takes yours, and into your palm he presses 2 silver coins, slick with blood. Eyes, he pleads, the last of his life rushing from his lips. You carefully lay the coins over both closed eyes, trying as respectfully as you can manage to fasten them in position. And you move on. Before you turn the corner, you look over your shoulder. He's still there.
Damn. The gunshot man outside the... Look, I'm like 5 minutes from the fucking Texas border. As soon as I get here, gunfight victim. Sorry, Randy. Now, Randy got shot in the back.
The strains of ragtime rise from an almost tuned piano. At the bar, an older woman, dark-haired and striking, toys with her cigarette holder. Hope you don't need lodging, the bartender tells you as you sit. The hotel's haunted. At that, the woman chuckles.
It's an old story. Way they tell it, there was a lady living on the 5th floor. She liked to have a good time. Now, she had a boyfriend who didn't like that so much. Got jealous. One day, she disappeared. Can you guess what they found in her room?
What? What was it?
She grins at you.
No one. Just a pool of blood. And a note from the boyfriend saying she'd be sorry if she didn't listen to him. He got arrested. Couldn't prove anything without a body, but he stopped drinking after that. Maybe even stopped being mean. You think he did it?
Maybe.
She laughs.
I doubt it, but it scared him good. Some fool hotel maid thought she saw the lady in that room after. Now everyone says it's haunted.
She laughs.
I'll tell you a secret, though. If I'd have known what would happen, I wouldn't have gone back for that necklace.
Rad. Well, now we got our like little Johnny Cash song.
Right from Tulsa, the riders still in tow. They were dressed in white from toe to tip, pale horses.
Yep, heading for old San Antone. I've been here many a time.
The
Like-
snake flicks its tongue.
Canyonero.
That's close enough.
What's up, Snick?
It is coiled atop a carved stone marked with faded flecks of paint.
What you garden, Snake?
The snake
Hi,
laughs,
garden snake.
its whole body convulsing.
It's very special. A good luck charm.
It tilts its head.
I'm supposed to guard it, but I'm hungry. If you bring me some meat, you may have it.
The heat has made a family of mice slow and easy to catch. You drop them before the snake, and it gulps them down without chewing. It slithers back, exposing the object.
Take it.
It hisses.
I won't bite. Trust me.
I don't know, Snick.
You reach for the idol. The snake quivers as your hand gets close, but it stays put. It flicks its tongue.
Don't be disturbed by how it looks. It'll bring you luck.
The snake slithers off into the long grass. It's an idol, about the size of your clenched fist, carved into the shape of a human head. It's an ugly thing. The side that was pressed into the dirt is a face contorted in grotesque agony. Could this really be a good luck charm?
Yes, keep the idol.
Good things sometimes wear foul
Oh my god, Eric,
guises.
this is a hex crawl.
Who are you to judge? You stow the idol, trying to ignore its unusual weight.
It's a Hex America crawl. I dig it. Yeah, that's a good analogy. Yeah, Canyonero. Yeah!